Hello, welcome to Just Prime. And as for the previous video, we have discussed about the inheritance feature and how the code reusability will happen across the super and subclass, right? Like parent and child class. And as part of this video, we're going to see some more behaviors of inheritance, like a specific to superclass and the constructor chain. So how the constructors will be invoked and on what basis the constructors will be invoked by comparing to parent and child class, so that we are going to see it. And this super, and as part of this behavior we are going to use the super keyword. And this is very important when we are writing the reusable classes, and we have to take care of this constructor chain, else your constructor invocation is failed and nobody can able to use it your class. So let me write a simple example so which will demonstrate the super keyword and constructor chain, so then you can able to understand it. So as per the previous video, we have created a project called oops demo, and inside that we have created inheritance example. So as part of the same project, I'm going to write a new class. So let me write a new class. So let me create a project extension. Super is a keyword and we cannot use the keyword names as per the package name. So I'm going to use super underscore constructor chain. So let me write my main class name as super demo. So this is our main class name and I need a main method, so I'll select this one and finish it. So our class is ready and it's available inside the super underscore con package. So to understand the constructor invocation, so we need a minimum two classes, which is parent and child, or super and super class and subclass. So let me write a simple class called first we can consider as a parent class. First is a parent class, and let me create it, and let me create another class or child class as second class, second, right? So these are the two classes which we created, and let me create the relation between two classes with the help of extends keyword. So we have discussed about this keyword as per the previous video. And first, right? So this is the first is the super keyword, super class, and second is the subclass, right? So to understand this constructor chain or constructor invocation between these classes, so we have to create a constructor. Let me create default constructor first, right? And I'm going to write a simple statement here. First and no arguments. So this is the default constructor which is lying in first class. And similarly, I'm going to create the default class in second class. And let me write here simple statement. Second. So these are the two classes which I created, first and second. This first is a super and second is the child class. So let me create a simple object for this subclass by using the new keyword. So I have created a simple constructor for the subclass, and let me run this program, and we can able to see the constructor invocation, right? So and then we can able to understand how the constructors will be invoked. Yes. So in subclass I didn't put the bracket. Let me add it. So let me rerun the same program again. Yes. So I'm just rerunning the same program again back. You can see the output. Yeah. So if we see the output very closely, we can able to understand some of the things, right? So we are creating the object for subclass, right? We are creating the object for subclass, but we are not doing anything with the superclass, right? But if we see the constructor the way it is invoking, so first superclass constructor is invoking and then subclass constructor is invoking. So how the superclass constructor is invoking, this is the question we need to understand it, right? So how this invocation is happening, though we are creating an object for subclass, ideally it should call only subclass constructor, right? But it is calling superclass constructor. So let me go to the subclass. So this is the constructor, right? So what is happening whenever you are writing the constructor, the default or first statement is a super. So we cannot see here any super keyword over here, but when the class is compiled, the JVM will add the super keyword over here and like this. So let me. So this is the way the JVM will add a super keyword and without passing any arguments. So what will happen whenever the JVM will see this super and no argument, right? So then it will try to call the super class constructor. So then what will happen? So it will come to the super class and will try to execute it, right? So that's what we are seeing. First is super class constructor is execution is happening. Once the execution is completed, then it will come back to the same subclass constructor and will try to execute the subclass constructor. So that's what we can able to see. First superclass constructor is executing, then subclass constructor is executing. So let me rerun again. So you can see the same results now, right? So though we have written manually, whether you are writing or not doesn't matter. If you are not writing, compiler will add this statement, else you can write it. So this is the way the constructor chain will work, right? So this is one of the rule we have to understand it. And there is a slight different we are doing, right? Sometime when you are writing the constructor, we used to pass the arguments like argument constructor. So this is the very important point when we have to keep in our mind when you are writing the argument constructor, right? So let me make the same program slightly differently. Okay, now go back to the first class, and what I'm going to do over here, right? So instead of default constructor, now I'm going to pass the simple variable called x. So I'm making this constructor x, right? So now my super class is ready and it's having one constructor and which is taking one argument. And in second or subclass, if you see here, right? So there is a error is coming. You can comment it, but still you can see there is a error. So what is happening here? So if you see here, it's your program will never compile it. Say implicit super constructor first is undefined. So what is happening, right? So whenever you are writing a class and which you can consider this will be extended by somebody else, then so if they are the subclass, whenever they are trying to create a constructor, so the default statement for every constructor is super keyword. So then it will look for the super class constructor with the default arguments. If there is no constructor which is having a default arguments, so then the compiler will never allow to compile your class, right? So this is the very important rule you have to keep in your mind when you are trying to make a class which can be extensible, right? So why the compilation error is coming here? There is a default statement, default super keyword is available and which is expecting in super class default constructor, but in this case there is no default constructor, right? So how to fix these kind of issues? So always keep in your mind whenever you are writing a class which can be extendable, make default constructor, right? So now come back to second your subclass. Now the error is gone. So this is one of the way we can fix it, the error. And the another way is let me comment it out for a second. Say for instance there is no default construct, but how to fix this one? To fix this one, so you can override the super keyword by passing the unnecessary arguments or enter whatever. So in this case, what will happen if you are writing any super keyword in the constructor? So then compiler will not add any default super keyword. So in this case, the compiler will not add any super with no argument constructor. So then we are writing explicitly super with an argument. Then it will look for the corresponding argument constructor in the super class. So we have an argument constructor is available, so it is matching and it will not make any compilation error. So this is the another rule we have to keep in our mind. So whenever you are writing a class which can be extendable, so you have to take care of the default constructor as well, so that the people who is going to extend your class, so they will not get any issue, else they are not able to extend your class. So this is the two major rules we have to keep in your mind whenever you are trying to make a class which can be extendable, like super keyword and constructor chain. So the constructor chain, always super class constructor will be executed first, then it will come back to the child class, then child class constructor will be execution will happen. So this is the flow. Yes, I think that's all about this video, and if you like the video you can click the like button and subscribe the channel for more subsequent updates.